Hello friends, welcome back to Nerd Masala. I saw Captain America, Brave New World on Thursday night, February 13th at the IMAX preview screening. In this fourth Cap movie, Sam Wilson, played by Anthony Mackie, the new Captain America, finds himself in the middle of an international incident and must discover the motive behind a nefarious global plan. Also in the mix are newly elected President Thunderbolt Ross, played by Harrison Ford, and the new Falcon, Joaquin Torres, played by Danny Ramirez, along with some new and returning characters from the now 35 movie-rich MCU. As a quick reminder to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I know you can see both those buttons, they are right there in front of you. Smash them! Okay, seriously, both those things really help me out, so please consider doing them. Thanks. On to the spoiler-free review. In case you cannot tell from my Winter Soldier shield on the wall, or this Jack Kirby Captain America poster, or this Winter Soldier movie poster, I love Captain America. Not just the movies, but the comic runs from Ed Brubaker, Rick Remender, Mark Miller are among my cherished favorites and tales I go back to often. After we bid a tearful farewell to Steve Rogers in Endgame, I enjoyed Sam's attempt at picking up the shield in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show and started getting pumped when Brave New World, previously titled New World Order, was announced. But the steady stream of recasts, reshoots, negative press, Anthony Mackie's controversial comments started chipping away at my excitement bit by bit. After all this hoopla, the movie is out. Finally. How is it? How does it compare to the other MCU movies? It's hard to break this review into clear positives, negatives buckets. I was thoroughly whelmed by Brave New World. Not overwhelmed, not really underwhelmed, just whelmed. The movie has a promising start. It gets right into the action. You see Sam getting into the thick of it with only his shield and his strikingly not superheroic self. Then Harrison Ford's Ross walks into the movie, and with his grumpy acting chops, Ford convinces you he has always been in the MCU. He fits in the world so well. But after this setup, the movie just steadily falls downward, slowly into MCU mediocrity. After Thunderbolt gets shot at, Brave New World becomes a bad investigative thriller TV episode. It basically becomes CSI MCU. Unlike previous Captain America movies with plenty of big action set pieces that propel the plot forward, the middle 1.5 hour chunk of this 2-hour movie are people sitting around talking. Talking in prisons, talking in presidential bunkers, talking in secret labs. It's all talk and shockingly little action. The couple of big action sets you saw in the trailer, the warship one, the Red Hulk one, which I'll talk more about later, are the only real action scenes in the movie. They're toward the end, they don't last long, and they're not very memorable. The other bummer is the talking that's happening is not very interesting. There is not one monologue or exchange of dialogues in this movie that induces goosebumps or makes you want to cheer and clap. The investigation for most of the movie is about who shot Ross and why they shot at him, but the audience solves the puzzles at least 10 minutes before the characters in the movie do. The mystery payoff is a distant shadow of the Winter Soldier's high-quality conspiracy thriller, and even on a scene-by-scene level, the revelations being found are unremarkable and at times laughable. For example, there is a scene involving Sam and Joaquin, two military veterans, in a room on their military base using a military computer. As they dig through evidence, Joaquin finds a place on the map called Camp Echo 1. These words are on the computer screen on top of a bunker-like building in the middle of nowhere being shown on the map. Joaquin looks at this carefully, turns to Sam and says, "This place is called Camp Echo 1 and it is in an isolated location in West Virginia. Could this place be a military location?" Sam looks at the screen, then responds, "Yes, Camp Echo 1 is likely a military location." Captain America movies have gone from Steve Rogers learning that S.H.I.E.L.D. is actually Hydra through a Nazi supercomputer to now two military guys, one whose first name is Captain, taking a total of 2 minutes to conclude that a place called Camp Echo 1 that looks like a bunker is actually a military location. It's a brave new world indeed. For sitting through such good writing, you are rewarded during the last 20 minutes of the movie with two deeply flawed action set pieces. The first involves warships, fighter jets, Cap Sam and Falcon in a pretty cool MCU location that's completely underutilized. The threats that our heroes are supposed to stop here are super lightweight and handled easily. The second is the Red Hulk Cap Sam fight that you have seen in every single trailer, poster, popcorn bucket, YouTube ad, what have you. It's short, it's predictable, there are some bad green screen moments, but worse than anything, there is no emotional reason for the fight to happen. There is no intense personal rivalry between Ross and Sam that this fight is a payoff for, especially since they worked together 5 minutes ago during the fighter jet sequence. It's the obligatory, we need an action set piece to end the movie, so let's do this fight. There are two striking positives in this movie. One is a scene that actually uncovers some relatable vulnerability from Sam. During a conversation with a great MCU cameo, Sam acknowledges that he is completely out of his element. Why did he ever think he could follow Steve Rogers, the super soldier who stopped 2 alien invasions? If this was the kind of talking we got throughout the movie, I would not be complaining. The second positive is that all the performances are good. Anthony Mackie, Ford, Ramirez, Esposito are all giving this cookie-cutter script their best. Unfortunately, there is no standout performance or a glorious anchor of an actor pulling the ship to shore with their bare hands. Mackie really tries, but like he himself says multiple times during the movie, this is all way too big for him. The story is vanilla, the action is sparse, and the intrigue is non-existent. Brave New World, aka Captain Mid, is a better movie than most of the recent MCU duds, but it also unfortunately relieves the first Avenger and now takes its place as the worst Captain America movie. Thanks for watching this review. What did you think of this movie? Where does it land on your overall MCU rankings? If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. The buttons are right there. I can see them. You can see them.